And welcome to the CTN SPORTS Game of the Week. We are at the Greenhouse. This is the River Dome. For girls basketball tonight, we have the Lincoln Rail Splinters taking on our hometown hero lady, the River Rats. In search of their first victory, we got two young squads that are both playing their best basketball of the season tonight, folks. Lincoln actually coming in, riding a winning streak of 2 games. They beat up on Ipsy Community and River Rouge. Both of those games, they averaged nearly 40.5 a game. But for the River Rats, they have a large, let's just say, roster, because Lincoln is coming in kind of shorthanded here with a great mix the River Rats do of talented youth and savvy upperclassmen. For Huron, they come away with, for them to come away with the win, I should say, they're going to need a strong game for their dynamic duo, guard Chloe Frieson, and you just saw Jordan Johnson. She's the post sitter that we're going to keep an eye on. She's leading the team with, I believe, 10 rebounds and 8 points a game. This should be a fun one, folks. So I'm glad you tuned in to CTN Sports on this wintry weekend and our first 2025 game of the year. Everything's in place now. We just got our starting lineups announced. I'm probably going to hear me talk the entire time. There we go. We got some whistle, a little bit of ambient noise going on. Got the full cheerleader squad, and here's the tune. Ball's going to be corralled in by Kamari Ransom. Ransom's out there with Spangler. That was really close to being a backcourt. Vaughn, Schellenberg, and Gans Danzer. And that was Spangler on the shot there. A little bit of contact on down low on that rebound, and I believe they're going to catch Jordan Johnson on the foul. So that'll go for the line for Addison Schellenberg. Allison Schellenberg, only a sophomore. You know, we're looking at these two teams. You can see this foul right here, right there on the wrist. Looks like a lot of ball. That first shot will go down in. Schellenberg, what I was going to say is that she is a 5'11" sophomore. And both teams are having a lot of youth out here because Huron, of course, they got rid of their freshmen and their JV team. So they are sporting for Coach Fields just one squad. That three-pointer from the outside. Good look, just a little bit long as Lincoln will come up for their second possession. A little high screen and roll action. Good defense there, shadowing the ball is Chloe Frieson. Another outside shot there by Spangler, a little long again. That one kind of looked like it was looking in for a pass. Now up court quickly on the transition is Frieson. She goes in up hard. She's the leading scorer for the River Rats, unable to convert that ball. Great defense there for the River Rats. We've said that a long time, and that was Anthony on the defense. Frieson just a bit long on that shot attempt. And like I say, back and forth action between these two young teams. The Rail Spinners are coached by Dominique Foley, and the River Rats, Spangler is not shy with that shot. Going right towards our baseline camera. That was a little bit aggressive, let's just say, on the transition. And you can see Jari Fields, the first-year coach for the River Rats, on the sideline. And he's looking, trying to calm his team down on that transition as the Rail Splinters are coming back in. There he is right there, first-year coach. Got to tell him thank you for sending me over the rosters and as well as the stats for his team. This driving hard. Maybe got away with an extra step. And Huron comes away with the turnover. Pushing it up court is Anthony as she gets it round. Top shot, and that's a quick one. That one looked good. Oh, just a bit long Off the iron goes Lou. One thing these two teams have in common is one senior on both rosters. So we're definitely going to see a lot of these young ladies out here for the next couple seasons. Kamari Ransom bringing it up, getting shadowed there on defense by Frieson. Huron is definitely doing a good job of keeping the ball on the outside. And the Rail Splinters, that's their fourth three-pointer. They're just chucking it up from deep. Good save there. Way to wait for the screen. And all the way inside, unfortunately, I hope that's not going to be on. Let's see who they call this one on. Yeah, that's going to be Johnson's second. And that's something that is really going to, you can see her got away with that reach there and just got way too aggressive coming in, trying to follow the shooter, and going to the line shooting two will be Kamari Ransom. I love the way the cheerleaders are in the foreground there of the shooter, just especially because we don't have any type of bleachers here in the River Dome where the student section could be at. So Johnson's going to come out, and coming in for her is going to be Sanchin. She's only a freshman, a 6'1" freshman. The rebound put back. Huron now push it up hard. Good transition speed. Trying to put on the brakes, and looks like me trying to put on the brakes in this weather. Catherine Batitha was the turnover there. And this looks like my broadcast partner Nick on 94. That's why he's out here on the mic with me. Slipping, sliding before he got to 94 coming from Dearborn. That's another three-pointer, a little long. And again, these Rail Splinters are not wasting any time when they get a shot. They take it up. Now, see, that's what I love to see, the Huron boys. And you can see the full boys team that are in the house supporting their girl team. I love that. Both teams are racking up the fouls, and Lincoln can ill afford to do that with only two people on the bench in case they get into too much foul trouble. That'll be the second team foul for the Rail Splinters. Open three-pointer. That one's put up. That one looked good all the way off the hands of Batha. And look at this three-pointer, and that was a lot of action there. And Rail Splinters coming in, trying to set up. This Huron defense is not giving any easy opportunities, though. Look at that defense in the hands of the passing lane. Another turnover for the Riverettes. They go up court in the transition. Both teams are a little bit cold now from outside. We hadn't seen anything drop in, but they're not bashful either from shooting these tray pieces. Lincoln has been trying to get their three-pointers going, but you know, they have some size right now, and this is where they could use it inside. Taking that shot up was Gassendinger, and she was off. Gassendinger, and then that three-pointer. Both of these teams just need something to settle them down. There's a stop and pop. Rim is just, maybe the rim, there's a lid on it right now. Coach Fields is going to take a timeout to take, really to settle his group down. They've had a lot of good shots. And you can see Coach Fields, he's trying to implore something on that offensive end. You're doing a great job. I can see and read some lips. I've been here before. Defense has been showing up for the Riverettes. It's on that offensive end, that transition, where they need to slow themselves down a little bit. And they can see a coach, Dominic Foley, for the Rail Splinters, dealing with a very, very short bench. No one really is sitting on that bench. There you go. You got 3 players. So, I mean, when I say short bench, they didn't put out a lot of chairs for this Lincoln team. They'll inbound the ball under their own basket. And look at that Huron defense, making it real tough. You know, this is one thing that you can't coach, is that effort that these ladies are out here putting forth on the defensive end, switching when they need to, are the Riverettes. Gassendinger, you know, she should set up down on the post with her size. That might be a 5-second call, real close. Good hands of reaching in, but unfortunately on the baseline when that turned over was Maddie Liu. And actually they're going to say the Lincoln player was on the baseline, so a good turnover again for the Riverettes. Still looking to get on the board here. And again, this is what Coach Fields wanted to see, a couple passes before a shot. That's Frieson coming in. You saw her aggressiveness. She took one look, put that ball on the deck. That'll be the 3rd team foul. No, that'll be the 2nd team foul on the Rel Splinters, and that one will go against Ransom. Mr. Down Low had an open pass in lane. And I love this shot. Oh, just a bit long, and it's going to roll off of one of the Riverettes' legs. I believe that was Sanchin. Now coming back into the game for Huron, actually for the first time, is Jaden Thigpen. Listen to this, Huron. I love, you can see it and you can hear the atmosphere. It's a defensive house here. .234 now left on the first quarter clock. Frieson in the passing lane, and this is where you just take your time, and she goes in strong with her left hand to get Huron on the board. That had to be about the 4th turnover that the Riverettes have caused. And again, a shot long from outside. Lincoln getting on the boards a little bit more aggressive right now than the Riverettes. And you can see, check out this, left-handed, nice. And coming in for the first time is Samantha Maggie, a junior for the Riverettes. She'll replace Bathy. Actually, behind me, this nice crowd in the house tonight. You wouldn't have thought that with the weather that's outside. That slowed down my broadcast partner, Nick. Nice freak up and under there by Frieson. That's why she's the leading scorer. And that's with that timeout. After the timeout from Coach Fields, both 2 good possessions. Look at this, up and under. Probably could have got a foul on that one as well. That's going to be a block on Sanchin. Sinista Stanchion. And it looks like the entire boys team is excited to be here. Look at those guys. I can see Dom in the front row. You can see Mac Moore there in the front row. You know, love to see these boys out here supporting their fellow classmates out here on the floor tonight. And Huron is on a run now, on a 4-0 run, actually. Coach Fields has to be proud of what his ladies have been doing after that first time out. Good job, Huron cheerleaders, keeping that atmosphere going. And Huron's been making all of this happen really with their transition defense, rebounding the ball, getting hands in the passing lanes. 1:37 left on the clock here in the first quarter. And another turnover here for the Riverettes. Frieson with her hand in the passing lane. Way to get back there by Ransom. And Frieson looked like she hurt her knee on the ground. Looks like we need to get a timeout. Yeah, we got to get a timeout. She hurt her leg on that follow through as she came down really difficult on her left leg. I think we may even have to take a break here. Let's take a look and see if we can see where she came in off of that. And you can see she came down really hard on that left leg. Let's see where she's coming in. And maybe that contact right there caused her right leg to kind of get off balance. And she came back down hard, never really put pressure back on her left leg. That is almost one of those, non-contact injuries. And she's going to make her way back over to the locker room. They're going to check on her. Thankfully, she was able to motor her way to her feet. So Huron again on a 6-0 run now. Rail Splinters inbound the ball to Kamari Ransom. And it is 6-3 River Rats on this run. And it's all been ignited by their transition defense. They'll allow, why is one of the biggest, tallest people on the floor outside? Maybe that's why. Because you got another big person in Schellenberg, 5'11", with the putback. Actually, that's the first field goal for the Rail Splinters. They had all their points off of the foul line. Here's a steal by Ransom. She'll get bumped on the foul on the shot attempt. And first you can see the watch down low though, kind of going right up and just beating the River Rat player to the ball was Schellenberg with the putback and the kind glass. Now this will be 2 shots for Ransom. She split her first 2 at the line. And this is why. Look at that in the foreground. Didn't bother that shot though. So we'll have a tie ball game now, 6-6. 49 seconds left here in the first. Yeah, even the boys over my shoulder there are screaming. Both of those free throws go down, and Ransom will take a break. No, actually, there'll be some substitutions in for the River Rats. And that'll be Kayla Owens-Rhodes, number 1, coming in, as well as Charlotte Wright. There's Wright with the ball looking, and there's Owens-Rhodes with the shot, a little bit long. Good hustle in there. You saw a good box out, too, from 2 of the River Rat ladies. That'll be the 4th team foul. Next team foul, they'll be shooting. 34 seconds remaining here in the first. Good inside pass. It was a little bit too much on that pass for the distance that they were throwing it into. That almost was a double dribble. Nah, that is a double dribble. Another turnover for the Rail Splinters. It's all off of that pressure that Huron defense, as well as the cheerleaders, causing a lot of confusion for Lincoln when they get that ball inside. Now we're under 10 seconds. Huron will be able to inbound this ball. Probably look for Chloe Frieson. And actually, Frieson gets the ball at top. No pick. They're allowing her to dribble this clock down. Now they're going to really have to rush this shot. Rolls on. That one almost made it. Good opportunity there, but a very good first quarter for both teams. River Rats trail 7-6 after 1.
Tune in to FYI to watch in-depth interviews on topics that matter to you. Check out youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor for an archive of episodes.
And welcome back to the River Dome. See some of our cheerleaders just finishing off entertaining the crowd in between the first and second quarter. River Rats really did a great job in that second half of that first quarter. They converting on all of their turnovers that they were causing by their defense, pulled off a 6-0 run, and only a couple free throws by Kamari Ransom would put the Rail Spinners back in the lead as we begin our second quarter. Huron is dealing with a little bit of foul trouble. Number 12, Jordan Johnson, she's back in the game. She's going to have to be careful of being kind of over-aggressive there in that first quarter, picking up 2 early fouls. Let's see if she can get going. Down inside, good pass to her teammate. Getting tied up on her ground, though, was Bathy. And that'll end up in a turnover for Lincoln. That had to be something, right? Good turnover there by Johnson. She'll get the ball up court quickly. And look at that scooping lefty from Chloe Frieson. I think we can look at that. I like that. That is a nice shot there. MD Mike Davis on the camera shot. Gotta love that follow-up for the lefty again from Chloe Frieson. And another Sienna Gissenberg, another long three-pointer. Huron causes another turnover, but an errant outlet pass. That's another thing. You see Coach right there, Fields, just talking about it, but check out this. Check out that. That's sweet right there, folks. The nice finger roll with the left hand. Somebody's trying to put their name on the key player of the game early here. Ball goes down low. Inside out action. Ransom. That ball was nearly in. Nothing to show for all the three-pointers chucked up by the Rail Spinners, and Ransom there stuck out her left knee and right knee at the same time and caused a lot of contact. Going to the ground was Anthony. And let's watch this. Watch this. That's not a helpfulness. I mean, that's a trip in every sport. River Rats get the ball in. Now they look down inside. That pass a little bit tall for Johnson. She gets it back outside, rotates it around. Great fake, pump fake. Nice block by Schellenberg for the Rail Spinners. Here comes Frieson. She's beating everybody up court. I like the way she goes in. Maybe she needs to go on the left-hand side. Comes back in with another steal of her own. Looks like she was trying to go for a trifecta on the steals. Needs to take her a little bit more time on that shot. But gotta love the effort from the River Rats on this cold Friday night here. Glad you're tuning in to CTN Sports to check this out. Our first game of the year for 2025. Oh, wow. Now that's finally a shot for our Sienna Gissendancer, the only senior for the Rail Spinners. Man, she's been shooting a lot from behind the arc. You can see that she has some good touch on that shot. Watch this, just side bank shot. Tough angle, too. Now Gissendancer tried to get her hands on the ball. She does cause a turnover. Ransom comes up with the crossover. That looked like that pass caught Schellenberg by surprise. I think Ransom needed to slow down. She saw that her teammate was open on the cut, but that's probably the second pass I've seen so far tonight where the distance doesn't precipitate a little that much pepper on the pass. Now bringing it up court is Ayala Anthony. Johnson, they got her pushed well away from her comfort zone out by the arc. That one's off the side of the glass, but way to stay with it. And that bucket will go in for Batha Catherine with her first bucket of the evening. maybe she gas and dancer that shot off of the bank got her going. That was nothing but cord from behind the arc, which will put Lincoln back in the lead by 2. Huron a little bit long on that one. Schellenberg did a good job of saving it. Let's take a quick look at this last three-pointer from Lincoln. And it gets a dancer in her spot. You know, nothing but cord on that. And she sets this hard screen and rolls and stays outside and allows Schellenberg really to handle the paint. Going down hard on the foul there was Kamari Ransom. Oh, that's going to be Johnson's third foul. Jordan Johnson. Let's see if how much contact. I mean, she's moving, but the defender never really came down on the actual player. So Johnson's going to have to come out after the first shot attempt from Ransom. Ref's giving her an extra time to catch her breath here. Right now, that's giving some time for those cheerleaders to get going. Here comes seeing the boys going. You got look at that. You got it coming from all angles here, and that one does cause Ransom to miss that attempt. That's what you get when you come here to the Riverdome. A lot of noise. Even after the bump that Ransom took, she's having to try to focus now. And she does make the second one. You can see her still grimacing after that shot went in. And she's asking for the coach to take her out. Coach wasn't even looking at her. This shot is high, almost came down. That was a rainbow. And now Ransom's going to actually take herself out of the game. She was waving to the coach saying that I needed a breather. And you can see her go to the end of the bench because she took a real hard shot on that last attempt and still trying to shake off the stars. Coach Fields now having to deal this whole first half without his best post player, the only senior on the Riverette squad, Jordan Johnson. Some good shot of the rail splinters in there, and you can see Ransom still feeling it. Trying to get her focus back in. Folks, I should let you know this weekend on CTN, we're going to be doing a premiere, 2 marathons this weekend to honor one of our longtime CTN volunteers, Elaine Runman. Ruman was a CTN client. She was actually a retired Ann Arbor Public School social worker. You can check her, and she unfortunately passed away earlier this last month. You can check out both programs later on you can watch it online at a2gov.org/watch CTN or on Comcast or AT&T Channel 99. So now with 3:59 left here in the Ransom just needed a timeout, and you know, with a short bench, there's not too much opportunity for even an injured player to take a long break. And this is somebody you might want to guard after those first 2 shots. Maybe that timeout. Stanchion gets it over to Frieson. Went up, and you can see the aggressive style from Sienna Gassendinger, and she just tracked this shot all the way into the mitts and sent that one away harmlessly for the Rail Splinters. New player, Legacy Robertson. She's back in. First time, I should say, she's in the game. Now Anthony showing her handles off, wants the screen. had an opportunity for the shot, but she finds Frieson, who's never going to pass up a shot, gets inside just a little bit long on that 10-footer. And they're allowing Gassendinger to go ahead and shoot that shot. She's been good on one. And look at Frieson, that was a little Euro going inside, showing her versatility on both sides of the rack. Puts the Riverettes just down one now. And another three-pointer from Gassendinger. That's her second of the game. Put the Rail Splinters up by 4. A little reach in. Oh, this one's going to get called a travel on Maddie Lou. Crowd didn't like that. Now, this is the nice Euro with the scoop shot. That was the first time up court for Frieson. You know, and the second one maybe a little bit too much of a Euro, got called a travel. This is inside to Schellenberg. She kind of rolled with that pass inside. A lot of contact over the back, and looks like Gassendinger, Dancer, caused the turnover there, out of bounds for the Riverettes. Ransom comes in, and she's just all poured. Her first three-pointer of the night. That'll give Lincoln their biggest lead of the night as well. Huron now going over, and it is 19-12. And now it'll be 19-14 on that putback by Legacy Robertson. Huron answering it. Robinson coming in. She wanted to get over here to the scorer's table, actually to the broadcast table with me, because my broadcast partner did not want to make it tonight. And look at that shot there by Robertson. I'm just going to put a headset on this seat next to me. Maybe my broadcast partner will show up. Gas and Dancer comes in with her second field goal. She's the leading scorer now for the Rail Splinters. Huron now doing a good job of rotating the ball and trying to rotate that defense for the Rail Splinters. Good rebound there. Anthony now with a strong drive. That rim is just unkind. I think they're going to call that off of Schellenberg, so the ball will stay for the Riverettes. 56 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's an open look. Three-pointer. Now that one's down. Catherine Batha on the shot, the junior. Boy, Ransom attacks the rim and gets a kind bounce. You know, both of these squads are now filling it up after a short, not really doing a great job in the first quarter. Watch this three-pointer off the inbounds pass here. Nobody guarding Stanchion. I'm sorry, check that. That was Batha. And she finds the bottom of the net. Final 30 seconds.
28 seconds.
And Ransom goes inside. She'll kick it out for the shot. And these Rail Splinters are riding a wave of baskets here in this second half, this second quarter. Huron now with 11 on the clock. Same spot. I was hoping the same result. Way to follow up your shot. Batha missed that first one, misses the second one only. And that will do it for halftime, folks. What a wild second quarter we had there. Back and forth action. The Rail Splinters will take the halftime lead, 25-17.
Welcome to Ward Talk, with our host, Bonnie Gabowitz. Each episode, we interview city leaders on the challenges, successes, and future of Ann Arbor. The mayor and 10 city council members share their insights on where we've been and where we're going. In that time, many changes happen, so tune in to War Talk every month to stay in the know. You can submit questions for our guests to ctn@a2gov.org, and we'll include your questions in the next episode.
Congratulations to CTN on its 50th year anniversary. I'm Brigitte Maassen, host of Senior Moments. Senior Moments has provided Ann Arbor seniors valuable information of health, wealth, finance, and entertainment. The show has been running for 22 years. In other words, it has been covering almost half of CTN's entire history. For these 2 decades, a number of wonderful guests have been introduced to our brilliant hosts with fun and excitement. CTN will surely continue its service for the next decade and more. As long as CTN continues, Senior Moments also will continue to serve seniors with pride and joy.
Mac Indoor Pool is the only City of Ann Arbor Parks indoor public pool and offers a variety of programs and opportunities for every swimmer. The pool is located inside of Mac School, which is known today as Ann Arbor Open at Mac School. The school was originally built in 1922, and in the years since, it has gone from being Ann Arbor's newest school building to its oldest. The pool, added in 1974, features a 6-lane, 25-yard main pool with an attached 30 by 42-foot children's tot pool. A ramp leading into the pool provides for easy accessibility. The heated indoor pool provides a summer-like experience, even in the cold winter months. For more, visit a2gov.org/MAC.
And welcome back to the Riverdome, folks. I'm Kevin Bryant here, giving you a full breakdown of the first half. It was Frieson with 10 points, and for the Rail Splinters, let me go to my broadcast partner who broadcasts. Forget it. I'll just do it myself. All right, back to action, second half here. Rail Splinters with the 8-point lead, and that's just how they began the game, with the turnover. Huron now back in the game. We got to see if they can get the ball down low to their scoring. And the second leading scorer is Johnson, away from the rack. And here's their leading scorer, just a bit shy on that 3-point attempt for Frieson. Chloe did, again, lead the Rats with 10 points in the first half. Here's Ransom. She's been aggressive all night. Looking back, up court goes Anthony. Good. Oh, just that feed just down too low. Spinning around on the ground, though. Grabbing that was Gasson Dancer for the Lincoln Rail Splinters. Now down inside to Schellenberg. She just turns around with, she has like a vertical like me. Just nothing really off of her feet. Just all arms on that shot. That ball looked like it was tipped before it went out. And I wonder if they're going to call that was tipped off of one of the Riverettes, because there was a lot of Lincoln players in the way there. And look and see Anthony come over. And actually, I was thinking that might have been number 11, Michael, but no, just another turnover. And that would be another turnover. A little back and forth action, almost volleyball style for both of these teams. And this is where Huron did a good job. Now, nice look-away pass there with the three-pointer. Anthony on the assist. I love the assist. She looked away and got a very good shot there for Maddie Lou with her first three-pointer of the game. And look at this look-away pass. And Lou called bank. And that looked like that was going to be a call on the River Rats. First foul, and that one was going to be assessed to Frieson. Not sure about that because nobody really had control of the ball there. It's going to be a reach in. Is that going to call Frieson on the block? Yeah, that's a backup bank call there. And it kind of looked like that foul should have been assessed. If any foul could have gone to Anthony from behind the player who reached in. Either way, Lincoln will inbounds the ball. Look at those quick hands by Frieson. Look at this. Let's slow this down. Let's see where the foul is. So the reach in there? I didn't see too much contact by Chloe, even though they assessed her the foul. Watch this reach in here by Anthony. And maybe they're calling a little bit of the that right leg coming out, but that's very tight on the officiating. That'll be 2 calls already for the River Rats. Frieson, eyes right on the prize. She is not giving Ransom an inch. Schellenberg. That ball will go a little bit long. Schellenberg misses again with the follow-up. Now Frieson, looking aggressive, pushes it up to Lou. Around the bend is nice three-pointer knocked down there. Catherine Batha. That will be her second three-piece on the evening. Good defense by Lou in the corner. She'll come away with the turnover. Now this transition, got numbers here, got a person coming in on the left. Takes it all the way. Maddie Lou. That'll be a timeout as the River Rats open up this second half on an 8-0 spurt to tie things up. To see the fellas over there in the stands getting ready for their game tomorrow at Belleville. But look at this three-pointer. Great job of moving the ball around the arc. And then off of the turnover, coming back as Lou. And look at her. She looked off Ransom. And Ransom, with her 2 fouls, didn't put up too much of a fight. And that will get those cheerleaders going as the River Rats just put together what they needed to open the second half to tie things up at 25. Coach Fields has to be pleased, and I'm not sure if he gave them some extra orange slices, but he gave them something coming out of that halftime locker room. And Huron now even extending the defense. Looks like it's going to be some pressure, 1-3-1 zone action. Rail Splinters break it easy. Little tie up there. And as a big person, Schellenberg's going to hear this from her coach and probably her parents. Addison, you can't bring that ball below your head because that's where the shorties are going to come in and grab the ball. Look at that. That, you can see Frieson holding on for dear life. That'll be a turnover to the River Rats. Johnson passing it in the key. Maybe Johnson could have taken that one up, being a little unselfish with it. Ransom on the look away and go. Oh, now this is going to be tough because this might be her 3rd foul on Chloe Frieson, and I believe it is going to be the 3rd foul. Now, Ransom did a great job of slowing her action down, and then sped it up right at the end and had some touch on that one to put it in for the Rail Splinters. And that'll break the run going by the River Rats to open up the second half. Ransom had 9 points and 2 fouls before that bucket. Trying to finish off the conventional three-pointer. And she does a great job of that. So that'll put the Rail Splinters up by 3 now. And doubly important for Huron, they lost their leading scorer. She's on the bench now. Now Huron gets it inside to Johnson. Took a lot of contact and still puts it down for her first bucket of the night. And that's what a senior does. She picks up her squad after the leading scorer goes out of the game. And even on the defensive end, this is going to be trouble because Ransom smells blood in the water. She just goes directly at the rack and finishes strong on the right-hand side. Lou! Maddie Lou's heating up. The sophomore with her first three of the evening. And defense is a problem there now for Ransom. She's going by everybody that Huron puts in front of her. And with Maddie Lou now, gets tied up. A lot of contact, no foul right in front of me. That'll be a turnover off the pass. And not even a jump shot, just a nice finger roll there by Ransom, and she's really taking over the game now. Coach Fields might have to take a timeout to get Frieson back into the game. Stanchion with a good putback, but just a little bit long on that shot. Both teams look a little bit winded. You can tell the rail splinters. Is that going to be a foul? Yeah, that's going to be a travel. Great job now for Huron can bring in their leading scorer with 3 points and moving the ball around. This is what Huron needed to do to get Johnson going in the paint. Not passing the ball, scoring the ball. And that was just a run me over move there. But wait, see, that's the action we've had here back and forth in the third quarter. Boy, that's what we call an Elvis mix back in the day from our truck and our replay people. Wow, they put together a whole production for us there. That ball will be turned over for the River Rats off the shot. Frieson, though, she's back in the game to slow Ransom down. She just went to the paint every time with her being on the bench. Right there in front of me, and you can see that quick crossover. And there's going to be a timeout, and I think Coach Foley is going to call that full timeout. Boy, that's just a heated up third period. Huron came out with a real quick run, an 8-0 run to tie things up. And then since then, we've been just going back and forth and back and forth. Both teams putting the ball in the bucket. And really, now we have to start thinking about the foul trouble that maybe the River Rats have found themselves in with their leading scorer with 3 fouls. Chloe Frieson. And she's going to have to do a good job of staying out of foul trouble as she guards the leading scorer, Kamari Ransom, for the Rail Splinters. So after the timeout for the Rail Splinters, and on the floor, we see Robertson come in. Also, I see Bathy. You see Anthony, Frieson, and Stanchion. Triggering it for the Rail Spinners is Ganson Danger. Ransom trying to get around go over a screen. But that's what I'm talking about when you talk about Frieson. Her defense is what really is changing over to offense for her. And this one's going to be another call on the River Rats, and that's going to actually put the Rail Splinters at the line. There's a couple reach-ins, and I think they're going to catch Anthony on that one. That's actually going to be a shooting foul, so that's not the 5th foul. Good touch on that first one by Gasson Dancer. Gas and Danner hits both of them. And that's going to be, the clock is going to have to hold up. And actually that was a missed button by the clock guy. That's not Scott, our PA announcer, because Scott with that cool hat over there would never do that. I'm going to blame that one on Michelle. She's probably trying to check out the Ohio State game results. There's a quick turn over there. Nobody's going to catch Chloe. Chloe almost ran out of runway. She was going so fast. She'll put that one down for another bucket for the Riverettes. Good defense coming in by Stanchion. She'll take the block. Looking for the call was Ransom. And now a lot of, look at that. We got fellas coming onto the court. They're so excited about this one. And you can see the way that Frieson, Chloe, she just pushes the rock up so fast off of the great defense. And let's take a quick look at that. That defense first precipitating the offense. And first you see that bucket by Frieson. She'll get back on the defensive end. And on the defensive end, you saw the block by Stanchion. And then the push-up and the bucket. Jim quiets down, and sometimes the gym even gets too quiet for the foul shooter. Chloe misses the first one. And watch this defense here that I'm talking about. The help-out defense coming across, hands up, no body on that. That was just all length for the Riverettes. Frieson knocked down the second one. That'll cut the lead to 1 point. And folks, we got a barn burner right here on a Friday night on our CTN Sports Game of the Week. Look at the defense causing that bad pass, and that's extra hustle by Sanasta Stanchion, the freshman, showing great effort. Now Jordan's going to come in for Robertson. Coach Fields trying to do a good job of getting his offensive team in with his defense. Johnson needs to turn around and look at that shot. That one's a little bit long on the shot by McGee. Ransom is not in any hurry. And now looking for the pick. You can see the eyes of Chloe causing the turnover and beating her opponent to the floor. And it looks like this might be trouble for the Rail Splinters because Ransom's ankle got rolled up on and she is upset. She is feeling it, getting to her feet, and man, she is taking a beating this evening. And watch this. She loses the ball, and then as she goes through the dribble, look at that. Ooh. Oh, that hurt me. That ankle got rolled up and twisted in a way that it's not supposed to go. Look at this left ankle. Ouch-a-roni. And there's really nobody over checking her out on the Lincoln bench. Ransom is just kind of toughing it out there. And she isn't going to come out of the game. And like I said before, there's not too many options for Coach Foley on that bench. And Ransom with a huge limp coming up the court. Rail Splinters are going to drop into a zone to try to lessen her movement. Nice pass by Anthony inside. Wants Johnson to look at the rim, and Johnson does this time, and she goes up. I'm not sure who that foul is going to be called on, if that's going to be Schellenberg or Gansendinger. And that one's going to be on Addison Schellenberg. It came off of this great pass here inside. Johnson coming inside, taking the contact from the back, caused her to miss that shot. And even on the foul attempt, going up, you can still see Ransom just trying to massage the pain out of that left ankle. She is down. You can see her right there trying to just get a little bit more, let's just say, blood flow into that ankle. And, she doesn't want to take that shoe off because that ankle will probably blow up. Johnson missed both of them. Only 38 seconds here remaining in the third quarter. Wild pass there for Ransom. And I wonder if the ankle is in her head, because that was not the type of pass that she's been throwing all evening. And it was kind of just a lackadaisical turnover now with 30 seconds left. Let's watch this. She just kind of just tosses it away. Now Johnson with it inside, kicks it out to Lou. Oh, she had a good shot for that one. Now it's 14 seconds left. Ransom, she cannot take the ball up court. So I wonder if this is going to be a pass or just a three-point shot out of Gassendinger. Gassendinger with a step back, and that was hard off the backboard, and that will do it for our third period here, folks. And man, did we have a third period. I mean, it started off fast and ended hard. Huron will trail by 1 as we take a break and come back for our fourth quarter action here on CTN Sports.
Down low, looking into the middle for Denninger, and Denninger not to be deterred. Back to Denninger. Denninger, the alley-oop, just malice in her eyes, and that one lobs in. Denninger, Allie Denninger. Denninger received that shot almost like a Hakeem Olajuwon there.
And welcome back to the River Dome. The rail splinters will be triggering it to start. And there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on number 23 from Lincoln. And it's not because of the way she's been scoring. That left ankle was rolled up on hard, and she's not been able to put a lot of pressure on it. She'll still get around Chloe for the shot, and she'll put it in. Trying to just gut it out is Kamari Ransom with another bucket. Now the River Rats really working this triangle on the left side. Get it into Johnson. She takes some contact. Found, looks like Schellenberg took something to the mouth. Maybe an elbow. Huron now from outside is going to be Lou for 3. Maddie Lou, man, she scraped the ceiling with that. Look at this one. This one has to go out of the camera frame to come back in. Wow, she dropped it from the sky. Look at Johnson playing some good, strong defense up top. And Ransom now, that was all adrenaline. She did not even think about her ankle as she put the gas in as she was going in. And now she's even grabbing something like she got hit in the mouth. Maybe she got hit in the mouth on this drive. And I think that was from Anthony with the reach in. And now Stanchion will come back in for Johnson.
All right, straight up and down.
River Rats now with the game tied up are really going to have to make things happen on this side of the court, the defense. Rail Splinters in their last 2 wins have hit 40 points. So it's a Lou type of night. It's a Lou type of night. Maddie Lou. Now Huron looking for another turnover. Here comes Frieson. Frieson will take a foul from Ransom on that steal. Look at that. That is just incredible effort here as these River Rats are starting the fourth quarter the way Coach Fields had drawn it up. He is so happy for the results that he's seen so far. Frieson now with the opportunity. A little bit long on that first opportunity. Watch this effort just coming inside, and Ransom just almost undercut her there. Let's see, will Huron take their largest lead of the night? No. And that's one of the things. Coach Fields he didn't have anybody down there on the box because he wants defense, defense, defense. And Ransom is probably going to keep things in her hands. No pick. They're spreading it out for playing one-on-one style basketball. A great job there. Oh, and that ball's going to get turned over to the Riverettes as Schellenberg goes down to the floor, and she skids out of bounds. And look at this defense here from the Riverettes. They're everywhere. I mean, there was no play there, and it looked like Ransom is trying to draw the foul, and then look at Stanchion. She jumps out of the way and kind of baited Schellenberg into going for that rebound. That's what the Riverettes do. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Lou's got the hot hand. She's over here on the right side. They keep swinging it back to her. Frieson now. She'll drop the tray pace. I tell you, Frieson really wants to put her name on a key player of the game and the first dub for the Riverettes if she keeps this going. Schellenberg strong. Addison Schellenberg, only a sophomore, strong put back there. And here comes Lou again. Took a lot of contact. And there was no call on the. Now here comes Ransom and Frieson. These two have been going at it all night long. You can see Foley, Coach Foley on the bench. Oh, little walk. No. Anthony now with the ball. She comes up. Anthony looks over the defense. And this is going to be a call, a reach in for Ransom, I believe. And this might be Ransom's fourth call of the evening. And that will be the fourth foul on Kamari Ransom with only 5:06 on the clock. She's going to have to be careful not to pick up her fifth foul. So what they did is they moved her down on the box to try to hide her away. And now Huron's trying to work the ball inside. Maybe Johnson can turn around. Oh, here's Lou again, and that one looks good. That one looked good. I mean, I'm sorry, that one looked good. Right after it left her fingertips. Maddie Lou with her fourth three-piece on the night. Huron is really working hard trying to get this dub. And look at this one go back and forth. And Lou, Maddie Lou, this is what I do. I drop three pieces on you. Now that call is going to be on Huron. That's going to call it on Anthony, and that'll be Anthony's fourth foul. So both teams having some foul issues going into the final minutes of this game. Gasson Danner puts in the first one. Gasson Danner, good on both shots. Now we got a 5-point lead. Huron is still putting the pressure on. I love this. They're being aggressive no matter what. Anthony a little careless on that pass. And that was a quick timeout from Coach Foley. Looks like Coach Foley felt that there might be some issues on that drive going in by Tiana Vaughn, only a freshman. So she helped out her freshman by calling a timeout, as well as giving her players a break now with only 4:29 remaining here in this game. Man, this is one, we always have these games where you think it might be a little bit slow, but not on the CTN Sports Game of the Week, folks. Everybody shows up. The cheerleaders are in the house. We got the boys basketball team. They don't have a game tonight. They played actually last night with the win. And now, I mean, if I'm a broadcaster, I would never want to miss this kind of game. But maybe my broadcast partner thought about that and said, hey, I'm going to just stick this one to Kevin and let him do the game by himself because I couldn't make it tonight. You know, I'm a guy like a lot of Michigan people. He has a SUV with four-wheel drive and couldn't make it all the way from Dearborn. That 15-minute drive could not be made by our proud broadcast partner, Nick Wisniewski. We're going to have to give Nick a bad nickname for now. No-show Nick. That ball is out of bounds and it'll be turned over to the River Rats. Gassendinger did not believe that pass, and now the Rats with smiles on their faces as they bring this ball up court. Anthony working the way around. And this is where I want to see the ball. Yeah, you can see the Rail Splinters stretching the defense out. And look at Chloe with the runner. That'll stay River Rat ball. It's a good runner opportunity, just a bit long. Huron now with the ball inside. Look at Johnson just power her way to the rack. Jordan Johnson bringing the house out of their seats. Rail Splinters playing two-man ball. That wasn't a jump ball. It looked like a tie-up. These refs are allowing the play here in the fourth period. Another turnover for Lincoln. Watch this by Johnson. She just gets this ball and powers it between the two biggest players for Lincoln, and nothing but core. She's right back at it here, folks. Now a little bit of contact. They'll let Schellenberg play some defense on that one, but it'll go out. Schellenberg, as the Rail Splinters have dropped themselves defensively into a zone, but Huron's just been attacking it. And this is it. Find Lou on that corner. A little bit long on the inbounds pass. That's okay. I could see what Anthony was trying to do. Put that ball inside. There's a lot of foul trouble going on for the Rail Splinters. And maybe she was trying to induce another one. Gassendinger will inbound it to, and now Huron with their pressure. Gassendinger with the step back, fall back. Schellenberg over the back of Stanchion. Huron pushing that ball up court. Look at Frieson. Oh! This is an incredible run here for the River Rats. You would not believe that this team has not gotten a dub this season, how hard they're playing. Oh, first three-pointer made by Lacey Spangler, a freshman for the Rail Splinters, taking it all the way inside those. Anthony. Huron has no quit in them as they push towards this dub. 2:40 remaining on the clock, and Ransom now goes pulling right in. Oh, they're going to call this a block. I can't believe that. We got to look at this one again, because it looked like Maddie Lou was there for she was there for like 2 days waiting on this play. She saw exactly when Ransom was coming, and that one, man, you know, it really looked like that one. I mean, it's always a tough call for the officials to make, but I'm telling you, Maddie Lou did a good job of reading what Ransom was doing, made the bucket and won, and now we're only down to a 6-point lead for the Rats. Huron now gets the ball over to Lou, and there she goes. I love the pass back. Got it down inside. Good pass, jumping it inside to Robertson for her second bucket on the evening. Put the Rats up now by 8. Ransom all the way inside. Quick hands there by Maddie Lou, and that ball looked like it actually went off Ransom. Is she coming back? Oh, she was just going for the rock. You know. That'll be a timeout for Coach Fields. Man, back and forth action here on the game of the week. And this is, watch this, quick hands coming in there by Maddie Lou, and they still called it the same way. I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that. It looked like it rolled right off of the leg of Ransom. I mean, my camera guy, Mike D, was right there in front of it, and he's pointing the other way myself. Big timeout here with 2:08 remaining. Hope you're checking us out, following us on all of our social medias, because we're on Twitter, Facebook, as well as what probably a lot of you are watching on YouTube. Leave us a comment or even like us and follow us on the IG, folks. We're everywhere. And we got a big season of winter sports action coming for you. 6 full basketball games, just action almost every Friday night. You know to tune in to CTN Sports Game of the Week. So Lincoln will trigger it. Huron back with their starters in. Quick hands by Johnson as she knocks that one out. Ball rolls out of bounds. I believe that was Huron's men's coach that had to track that one down. Coach Casham in the building. Sitting on the baseline with the principal Carter. And oh my goodness, Ransom knocks down a three-pointer to quiet the house. So now we're down to a 5-point game again. Huron. Oh my goodness, Frieson took her eyes off the ball, and these are winning moments here. Winning moments where Huron has to suck this one up. And this is where you have to do it. Play some solid defense, ladies, and then rebound the ball. You know Ransom's going to keep this one as she goes all the way in. She overshoots it, but Gassendinger thought that one was down. She looked back, and she was saying some choice words at the rim. Under 90 seconds now for the River Rats, for them to come away with their first dub of the game, or the year, I should say. And now they're taking the air out of the ball smartly. Johnson looks inside to Stanchion, and that pass was probably taken a little bit too soon because she again has a turnover. Now Chloe with at 1 minute left. Ransom's pushing everybody away. She wants to go one-on-one with the step-back three off of the backboard. Gassendinger goes down hard. If Huron pushes it up, they got numbers. They got numbers right now. They got 4 on 5. They get it inside to Johnson. Johnson with the ball. It goes right off Stanchion, gets it back out. And now the third attempt is off of the rack. Oh my goodness, Huron missed an opportunity there. And now Ransom goes up and in, and this has got to be a timeout for Coach Fields. Now it's only a 3-point game with 33 seconds remaining. This is going the wrong way, River Rats. We need to hold on to this one to get this dub. You can see this one on the replay coming up. You can see Ransom was going and pushing the ball up. And you can see Frieson, she just comes back and does not want to get her fifth foul. This is going to be the 5th. Oh, the ref was putting her hand up for the foul. That was fortunate for Huron in a lot of ways. You know the Rail Splendors are going to come out, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on the Rats. The Rats have to do a good job of keeping control of the ball. See the clock. Everything is in. Man, you can see that 1,000-point club up there. We're going to have a lot of action for you. We might have 2 people on that list for the boys' side in a couple weeks, folks. But all attention right now is right here at center court as Anthony takes the ball up. Nobody is shadowing her, and Huron does not have to be in any kind of hurry. Up 3 points now with 20 seconds remaining. Anthony now dribbling it out, and there's a lot of space, so there's not being a 5-second call. You know, and now a foul is called on Anthony, but that is only going to be the 3rd team foul for the Rail Splinters. They let a lot of time go off the clock. We're down to 12 seconds now, folks. This is winning time. And that was very close to a backcourt action there on the inbounds pass. That'll be another reach in, but again, way too much call, and that's going to be the 5th foul, I believe, on Ransom. That's the last person the Rail Splinters wanted to have a foul called on because she's one of the top 3-point shooters. But no one else was coming out and doing a good enough job of putting pressure on this Lincoln squad. And now trying to get it in right in front of us is Lou. Lou smartly takes a timeout, and there's only 4 seconds remaining on the clock, folks. Boys teams in the house helping out what they do. And they're just excited, I think, as some of the fans over on the bench for the River Rats for this first win. Right now, you can see Ransom. She's walking away in pain over to that Gatorade jug. And we set a short bench. Now only 4 seconds remaining and 4 fouls on the Rail Splinters. They're going to have to make a bang-bang play. 1, they're going to have to make a quick foul on the River Rats. 2, they're going to hopefully, if the River Rats do get fouled, they're going to go to the line for 2 shots because we no longer have a bonus situation, 1-and-1. So look at that. These River Rats already know we're 4 seconds away from our first win of the season. Huron now really just needs to get this ball in bounds. It's going to be triggered in. And Chloe's just going to dribble this one out as we get our first win of the year for the River Rats. 53-50. Look at the ladies go wild. People are running all over the court. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. Going to come back and wrap things up, and maybe we'll get ourselves a key player of the game.
We played really hard. Almost got the win, but we lost. But today, I knew that we could pull this off.
Yeah, and you did a great job on both ends of the court. We saw you at that last second where you backed away from the foul. Did you know you had 4 fouls? Well, hats off to you. I'm going to give you this key so you can put your name on the key. And congratulations, our key player of the game, folks.